warm weather was awfully nice, but we are back to freezing temperatures and snow is on the way. Really not entirely sure exactly how much we're supposed to get. Anywhere between 2 to 6 inches is the rumor. So we are back to adding hot water to everybody's buckets and heading outside early this Sunday morning. Good morning, Mr. Fish. Good morning, duck ducks. Good morning, my young duck ducks. Oh, it's been a busy several days and I haven't had time to get a video out. I was actually out of town most of the day Friday and part of the day Saturday. My oldest, well, not my oldest, but my stepson had a wrestling tournament. He had made it to regionals. Unfortunately, he did not make it any further, but he worked really hard to get there, so we are super proud of him. And now it's back to the regular day worth of work. Just trying to get everything ready before the snow hits. Look at that. 7:30 in the morning and 1, 2, 3 eggs. Girls are getting busy. We got 20 eggs yesterday. Awesome. And we probably need to be getting at least 2 dozen a day to be able to maintain our production for our client who sells them at market, as well as a couple other clients that stop in. So we'll see where they're at in the next 2-3 weeks, and we may be adding a few birds to the flock just to make sure we can keep up with that, right, girls? Yeah. So Leia seems to be looking a lot better. She's slowly starting to gain a little bit of weight. I think her coat and everything will come around here shortly. That's just going to take a little bit of time. And the babies are growing so fast. I'd love to leave them outside all the time, but with as muddy as it gets, I just don't want them to have any issues. Hey, boy. And there's his sister. And Betty looks awesome. Actually, Betty looks a little fat. She doesn't have any issues. She kitted out fine, her babies are fine, and she just looks awesome. And then her 2 little girls are also doing amazing. We're gonna have to make a decision soon. They're all built really nice. I actually had someone come over and take a look at them for me, and unfortunately they weren't any help because they really liked all of them too. They, and they show ABGA, so the American Boar Goat Association shows. So they know what they're looking for. And they're in our local meat goat association that's not boar specific. But anyway, so she looked at everybody and she laughed and said I should just keep everyone. But I do think this little girl with the more red on her head, I think she's definitely leaving. And her body is great. She is built nice and thick, decent size length back, nice feminine head. But her teat structure is just not at all ideal. She's got 2 split teats that are very close together. They're not completely separated, so you wouldn't really want that. If I keep them, I'm not going to be keeping them for my kids for projects. She would be kept as a breeding doe, and I don't want that being passed on, and it can also cause issues with nursing. So pretty sure she's going to be sold. This is actually my favorite. I think she's definitely going to stay. But it's a close call between her. I love her top line. She's nice and level. She's got a nice neck, good head. She's not quite as wide as her sister, but her teat structure is actually quite nice. And just built overall really good. In regards to these 2, oh, there's not a whole lot you can say bad at all about that little doe. She is just amazing. So between Betty's doe that has the bald, mostly white face, and this little girl, it's kind of we may have to flip a coin on this, because this little girl is just so stinking stout. But my only reservation with keeping her would be that if I can talk my husband into it, I really want to keep this little buckling. We don't have a buck, and it would be really nice to have a buck. Now, I can send Leia back out and have her bred somewhere else so she's not being bred to her son. But I wouldn't want any accidental breedings with his sister. That would not be a good thing genetically. So we're still on the fence, guys. You can let us know your opinions from looking at them and tell us who you think we should keep. And I'll definitely take everyone's considerations into heart. Oh. And by the way, Leia was having a teeth issue. She actually had some scabbing and irritation on her teeth. So after consulting my friend Rose at Wholesome Roots, I took some unprocessed coconut oil as well as some melaleuca, frankincense, lavender, and is that all I put in there? Frankincense, lavender, melaleuca. I think that's it. And just mixed up just a essential oil infused coconut oil, and we've been applying it 3 times a day, and her teeth are doing so much better. I can't get over how fast it helped. So thanks, Rose. I really appreciate it. You definitely helped me out with that one, and now she's not so fussy about the baby's nursing because it's not hurting anymore. All right, and here is all the chicken nuggets that we picked up last Wednesday. So they're almost a week old, and look at them. They are twice the size that they were. Cornish just grows so stinking fast. We are going to have to get in here today and clean out some of this bedding and put some fresh down, especially underneath where the heat lamp is, just because that's where they want to hang out more, and they're pooping. That's the bad thing about these things is oh gosh, they're just so dirty. No matter how much you change the bedding, you know, or even when I put them in chicken tractors, they still wind up being really just dirty birds. But they are growing, so we're looking forward to having some homegrown chicken. And they'll get to go outside, hopefully, for a while before they butchered. If not, we'll bring in some scraps and grass clippings and things for them as well, just to add some good organic material to their diet. Well, this is something you don't want to see. I came in to feed the goats, and I noticed over by the water tub there's dig marks along the fence, which we had put a hot wire, had stopped Mister from trying to escape. And I said, okay, I have a battery-powered small fencer. I said, oh, I guess the batteries are dead. So I changed the batteries, put fresh in it, and nothing. There is nothing. So my only guess is that the fence, I dropped that hay. I don't normally feed on the ground. The fencer is broken. And I don't know what to do about getting a new one. I have one on my Amazon wish list for a small solar one because, you know, we don't have electric over here, but guess I'm gonna have to call my husband and see what we can figure out, because we don't need anybody traipsing around the neighborhood. I may tie you up. Maybe I should just tie you up for right now. What do you think? Huh? All right, guys, I got to show you these. These were actually free, and I know they're a little bit on the dirty side, but I had a lady that I met recently that raises quail, and someone gave her some organic black turkey eggs. So, well, you know, I do know these are a little dirty, but as muddy as it is outside, I'm not surprised. And we're gonna pop them in the incubator. I got them for nothing. What's it gonna hurt? Might as well try, right? So we may be getting some black turkey babies in the near future. They take a little bit longer to hatch than chickens. I think it's 27 days. So I'm gonna go ahead and get them popped in there. I've already got the incubator running, and we're going to go ahead and get it going. We'll see how they do. Yep, the turkey eggs, I'm putting them in right now.